Okay, Assalamualaikum. Today I'm gonna present about history, timeline, and milestone steering system. Okay, first of all, history of steering system. This is the first method of how to steer the automobile. Okay, by using a tiller. However, in 1894, this method become ineffective. So it followed by ship inspired helm, but the steering wheel used in a car was simpler and smaller. So it's not exactly like this picture. Uh, and the steering that looks like this become noticed during the Paris Rhone race. And Panhard is a car was driven by Alfred Vacheron, was the first recorded in the history book as using a steering wheel to turn. Next, the concept or principle become similar system and being used all over the world. In the Britain, Charles Stewart Ross bought a Panhard, which is from the France, and implemented the idea into his own design. So in 1999, the steering wheel concept was expanded to the US, and from that point, the common shape for the steering wheel is circle, and it was remain unchanged until now. In 1920, Francis W. Davis started to inventing power steering, where Francis W. Davis started to invented it because to help the truck driver become more easier to drive their truck. Between 1931 and 1943, Davis received patent for 5 different inventions that are part of the power steering system. His invention was acknowledged by GM, which struck a deal with Davis to have the system and fitted into the Cadillac model. Cadillac is a brand. But in 1934, uh, because of economic crisis, the contract before was cancelled. So his invention was stopped at that time. By 1939, 10 of Davis' hydraulic power system had been built, but only 2 were sold. After that, after war have broke out, the development of power steering was not scrapped, but being pushed into overdrive. The Bendick Davis system was fitted into Chevrolet armored vehicle and was built for British Army. After that, Chris Chrysler began developing its own power steering after the war, but it also not from start or from scratch. Since the Davis era, a number of other type of power steering system have been developed. Okay, that's all from me and will be continued by my friend. Thank you.
No. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to everyone. So today I will continue with my topic, which is current technology of steering system. The most common steering system today are the rack and the pinion. These two system names based on two gears it used. Like example, the rack system use the linear gear and the pinion use the circular gear. This system is used in most cars and is usually not employed in heavy-duty vehicles. Based on Nissan Global, in prior system, the driver steering inputs were communicated mechanically. Now, the direct adaptive steering utilizes electronic signals and can transmit the driver's steer inputs faster than a mechanical system. At the same time, the system communicates information from the road surface to the driver in a way that is faster and easier to understand. The system communicates the driver's steering inputs to the electronic control unit (ECU). The ECU then converts the information to control signals for the steering angle actuator, adjusting the cutting angle of the front tires. The road information, such as the force on the tires, is simultaneously communicated from the steering angle actuator to the ECU, which then screens it and returns only the information necessary for driving back to the steering wheel. For instance, typical steering system alert the driver to oscillations when driving over roads with ruts, but direct adaptive steering only delivers feedback on the data required to safely operate the vehicle. I will continue with my other topic, which are advantages and disadvantages of latest technology over its predecessors. Automotive steering system today already hit the latest version of steering system. There are a lot of advantages of the latest technology of steering system. First of all, less radius of turning because when it can turn your car in a tighter turn with a smaller radius, if it has four-wheel steering. The rear wheels turn in opposition to the front wheels because counter-face steering is initiated at lower speeds. Other than that, steering system with the latest technology have a better stability. Stability is essential for feeling safe when driving. Thankfully, the four-wheel steering system was created in part for that purpose. Last but not least, it have quicker steering reaction in the system. Some of the four-wheel vehicles do not have the quick reaction and cause a lot of damage, and as a safety awareness, offer a far faster reaction can bring a lot of help. If there are advantages in latest technology system, it also will come with disadvantages that need to be focused on. Firstly, it have high probability of defects. Each steering will raise the chance of a malfunction. If the steering fails, the system as a whole will collapse. Finally, to have the latest technology, it also come with disadvantages. Firstly, it have higher cost. The car will cost more if this cutting edge technology is implemented. Users are responsible for covering all costs incurred by the car maker while developing the system. That's all from me.
So I will continue the presentation. So my title is a new and future technologies for the automotive power steerings. So most car feature electric power steering, which is EPS, which aids the driver in steering maneuver. With the assistance of sophisticated electric motor, the electric power steering manages and supports the steering operation, which is the control unit determines the optimal steering support based on the steering signal from the torque sensor and deliver the information to the electric motor to provide the necessary assistance. Electric power steering with servo unit on steering column control and help steering for vehicle up to the lower mid-size class, while the EPS single pinion servo unit can cover the mid-size class. The system with an electric motor mount on a second pinion can help cars ranging from compacts to USVs. The axis parallel system with belt drive can be used in everything from sports automobiles to light commercial vehicle. So for the conclusion for the automotive power steerings, The main functions of the steering system is to provide vehicle turning per wheel of the driver, directionally stability, convert the rotary movement of the steering wheel into an angular turns of front wheels, and absorb road shock from being transmitted to a driver hands. From the previous steering system, there are many disadvantages and need an improvement for the best automotive steering system. Because of that, the new steering system have been developed to give the best performance for the driver to drive the car. Furthermore, the driver safety granted will granted with the best steering system. From that, many steering systems have been developed for the comfortable and safety of the driver. So that's all for me. Thank you.